Hello everyone and welcome back to another Ghost Bear Gaming video. We are playing Gunfire Reborn today. I've been playing this quite a bit since my last video because I wanted to try and get my head wrapped around it, see how the game plays, how it operates, what the different heroes can do, all the different weapons and things like that. So I think I've got a decent handle on it now, so I'm gonna play a match here with the cat. There's like I said in my last video, there's several heroes that you can unlock throughout this game. The developers are also announced a roadmap for more content coming out here pretty soon. Some people are hoping that it comes out here in August of 2022, so we'll see what that happens. But for now, there's 6 heroes in the game. The Crown Prince is the one you start with. He's a he's a cat, obviously, but he specializes in doing a lot of elemental damage, and he's got smoke grenades that he throws that deal corrosion damage, which is one of the elemental types, and then he has his energy orb that locks people in place and deals damage, and he's got a bunch of different abilities that can help that, and he does a really good job of mixing the elemental effects in the game. So then after the cat, you unlock the dog. He is a weapons expert. He can dual wield, and he has explosive grenades as his grenade. They're just your standard, throw them at somebody and they blow up. The dog is also an interesting character in that he's one of the characters that has more health than anybody but a lower shield. So he reacts differently to how you want to build him, because you want to up his health and try to get him health regen as opposed to shield regen. Because the cat, you see, has way less health. He's got 60 less health, but he has 60 more shield. So his shield will keep him alive longer without having to worry about regenning your health, whereas the dog has to have some abilities that allow him to get his health back. The next hero you unlock is the bird. The bird right now is probably my favorite hero. He's an in-close, likes to mix it up kind of a character that likes to dive in, especially with his main ability is leap, where you leap forward and do a massive kick that does AoE damage for a lot of damage and helps you recover your armor. The bird's the only character that has armor, and unlike shield, it doesn't replenish after a short period of time. It doesn't start recharging. The bird has certain ways to recover his armor, like his leap, and every enemy hit with your leap skill restores 20% of your armor, and he has other abilities that help him with that as well, so he's quite fun. Then the next one you get is the tiger. He's kind of a long-range sniper. He's a little bit more fragile, but he can do a lot more damage. I haven't played him all that much. He's the next character I want to start learning how to play. Then there's the bunny, who I haven't unlocked at all yet. She can do a lot of damage. She throws out magical swords as her ability that help do a lot of damage, and she wants to attack really quickly, from what I understand, because the more times she fires her ammo, she gets more swords. So she wants to use SMGs and a lot of fast firing weapons. And then there's the turtle, who's another tank hero. He has a high shield. His main ability is he puts a frontal-facing shield that prevents damage from the front, and he punches when he's got his shield up. So he throws a punch that does a bunch of damage, and his damage increases the faster he's moving with his punch as well. So he's kind of an interesting hero. I haven't played too much with him yet. I've just unlocked him. So, but I'm going to play the cat for you today to see how far I can get on an elite run, and we'll go from there. So we'll throw it onto elite, and we'll give this a shot. See how far I can get. This game is a procedurally generated roguelite. That's a first-person shooter where you get a lot of choices for what you want to do. See, and your weapons have, like this gun, this is a glimmering. It's a dagger that does fire damage, and there's a 50% to cause an explosion that deals corrosion damage when killing an enemy. This gun is Aura Venom. It deals corrosion damage, and its ability right now is it will auto reload when it's unequipped. So if you have one bullet left in it and you switch to a different weapon, when you put it back on, it'll auto reload itself. And then this one is Scorching Rounds. It's a pretty good pistol. It does fire damage, and it has a 20% chance to gain one more projectile, which means it will hit twice instead of once. So I think I'll take that one. I like the Scorching Rounds. It's a decent gun. It hits pretty hard. Oh, see, now that symbol up there means that guy won't die until that symbol goes away, so you gotta watch out for that kind of stuff. You can waste a lot of ammo shooting people with those because they won't die whether you shoot them or not. Now, this game has a couple of different ways to deal damage. You have normal hits, which is any sort of a body shot is a white hit. So the white damage numbers. Yellow damage is a crit. That's if you hit a headshot. You do a crit shot. And every gun has... Let's see if I can pause it for a sec. Every gun has a crit X multiplier. So 3.7 is the crit X on this gun. So it'll do 3.7 times the normal damage when you hit a headshot. Or some enemies aren't just a headshot. Some enemies have a certain weak point that you have to hit. And then there's something called Lucky Shot, which is kind of like your standard version of what a crit hit used to be, which is a random chance. So from 0 to 100% Lucky Shot, you have a chance of doing double damage. And then if you get above 100%, you're always going to do double damage. And then you have from 101 to 200% lucky chance, you have a chance of doing triple damage. And then if you're over 200 and you go from 201, if you get to 200, then you always do triple damage. And if you get to anywhere from 200 to 300, you have a chance of doing quadruple damage. Oh, I don't mind that gun. That does lightning damage too, so it's a pretty good gun. So, now whenever you finish a level, you get one of these chests, which you open up, and it gives you an ability. So, each one you get to choose one of these. This one gives me 300 base damage to my, or 300% bonus damage to my grenades. This one allows my grenades to last for 1 more second, and their damage interval is decreased by 20%, so they tick faster, so they take more damage each while it's out. Or this, after throwing a grenade, gives me 30 shield for 6 seconds. So I'll take the toxic smoke for just the extra straight damage. Now there's all kinds of little items here on the ground that you can shoot that give you ammo and grenades to help you out if you're running low. There's 3 different ammo types too. Like this gun uses the green ammo, that's normal ammo. The Scorching Rounds uses the blue ammo, which is large ammo, and then the yellow one is special ammo, which some guns do. So now this is a vault, which is a place where you can get an extra treasure chest. I'm missing. Terrible miss. Alright. And every time you kill an enemy, they drop money, which you can spend. Up in the top right corner, you'll see a coin symbol where I have 837. That's your in-round currency that you can spend on weapon upgrades and things like that. And then the other one that beside it that's 159, that's your soul essence. That's your out of round currency that you use to increase every character in different aspects of the game. So now this treasure chest gives me an occult scroll, which is a scroll that will give you a bonus effect. So this one's against the flow. Hitting an enemy will apply the effect for 4 seconds and refill 15%, rounded up to a minimum of 1 of your magazine per second for 4 seconds. When the effect ends, you will lose 1 random type of ammo from your reserves per second. So if this is a great one to help keep your ammo up while you're fighting, because you'll just always keep gaining ammo as you're fighting. But if you sit around and take a lot of time, you'll start losing ammo. See, now I should be throwing up my grenades because that applies the corrosion damage, and then once you have corrosion damage on something, you can combine your corrosion damage with other damage to make a special effect. So when you combine corrosion and lightning damage, enemies have a damage over time effect on them that deals percentage health damage to them. So it's actually quite good. When you combine corrosion and fire damage that this gun does, they do an AoE explosion around them that does a fair amount of damage as well. So it's a decent one too. And then if you combine fire and lightning, the enemies actually will get stunned, or they'll attack other enemies. These are little traps that you kind of have to avoid so you don't get damaged. I'll go into this wall. Treasure scroll. If you look at the top corner, you'll see a mini map, which will tell you where some enemies are if you discover them. So it's quite handy. Oh, that's my energy orb. I haven't used it once yet. This gun I forgot to mention. I don't know if I mentioned the other one is your basic gun. Ooh, merciless combo. This is great for rapid fire guns like I like to use on this guy. So 15% weapon damage for 2 seconds whenever hitting an enemy, and can be stacked up to 50 times. So if you're hitting somebody quite regularly with a rapid fire gun, the damage can stack up nicely, which is what this lightning blast is a rapid fire type gun. Alright. Oh, and now this is a red chest. These will give you random things that you can do, and you can choose from, or you can just leave it. So this one will give me gold if I sacrifice a certain amount of my current health. So because I have a decent shield on this character, I'm going to usually take the money, because it can be very helpful, and lose my health, and hope that I can stay alive well enough to not need to worry about it. Whoa. The other thing, that a lot of guns have a special secondary fire if you push the other button. This one creates this little force field, and then any balls that go through the force field deal double damage. So it's helpful to use that if you can. Sometimes it's hard because you have to sit still for a long period of time, but it can be helpful. Okay, this one is better for, like, if you have a sniper or a launcher. After you throw out your energy orb, you get a big weapon damage increase on the next hit. So it's nice to have for like a big hit weapon. I'm going more of a rapid fire one, so I'm going to go with the lightning damage so that I can get more damage out of my lightning gun that I'm using. This is a launcher, it's a shrieker. It does a big, looks like it would be electrical damage, but it's not base electrical damage. It's just, it just looks like it, but it's a launcher. It does an explosion. Nope. Not you. He kind of came out of nowhere. Ooh, a bunch of these guys. These are exploding barrels. If you hit them, you'll deal exploding fire damage. Oh, I was getting hit by that trap. You always got to be careful that you don't get hit by the trap. Okay, I'm going to go in the vault. Yeah, I forgot. This gun has unlimited ammo, so if you run out of your ammo, you always have a default gun that you can use. Unfortunately, that default gun kind of sucks, but it is something that you can use. Corrosion, the other thing that corrosion damage does, which is really nice, is slows people. Now this is a purple boss. He's a mini boss that will sometimes show up in these vault areas. So, took me a while to figure out where his weak spot is. It's his eyes. If you shoot him in the red eyes, you get a crit hit off of it. So, okay, what do we got? I don't like the rainbow. It's kind of a weird gun. The concealed ammo is not terrible. I think I'll switch it out for my scorching rounds. Now this will have a chest where I can get another scroll. This one, when you get this chest, you get to pick between one of these three, and then you don't have to worry about. So this one, Final Judgment, weapon attacks instantly kill normal enemies with less than 15% remaining health, or bosses with less than 8% remaining health. That's actually really good. This bloody ammo is interesting too. Automatic weapons can continue to fire with an empty magazine if the fire button is held, but each extra shot deals damage to you, and it deals 1% of your current total HP. And then Skateboarder is an interesting one. It fills your magazine every time you dash, which is when you shift. But I like Final Judgment. That is really good against bosses and stuff. It helps you kill them faster. Alright, now what does this red chest say? Gain a normal score or gain a lot of money. I'll gain a normal. Extra surprise. Killing an enemy grants extra coppers and an extra chance to receive supply for secondary skills. So that's more grenades. Okay, so this is a craftsman. He can upgrade your weapons for you. Normally he can just do the enhance, but then eventually you can unlock these abilities where he can etch something and he can reforge. So I'm gonna upgrade this. Once you this reforge is your Gemini inscription, which Geminis are, if both of your weapons have the same Gemini inscription, they'll share a special ability. Once I get to that point, I'll explain more about it. But this lightning blast seems to be doing well for me, so I'll upgrade it. I can't believe I miss a stationary target, but hey, what do you know? I can't offer you the greatest shots ever. Definitely not a Call of Duty master. There'll be no 360 no scoping in any of these abilities or any of these rounds. Oh. This guy's a peddler. He's kind of cool. I'll just finish off. Sometimes, especially with these little running guys, Okay, so that opened up. Sometimes you can open up a new area and normally the enemies don't come get you, but every once in a while you'll be doing something like here and the enemies will come up to you and they'll like blow you up while you're shopping, and it's kind of annoying. Okay, so Elemental Torment is great. It gives me increased lucky shot chance to enemies affected by elemental effect, and I always have people affected by elemental effect. Preemptive Strike is interesting. 50% weapon damage when your magazine is full, so that's your first shot does an extra 50% weapon damage, so that's not too bad to have. Shock damage. No, I don't like any of those weapons. Fire. No, I think I'm good with those. Okay. See these running guys? They drop their stuff and then they blow up. And they can, if they sneak up on you, they can be pretty annoying. Where they deal a lot of damage if they don't realize they're there. Alright, now I like corrosion damage extra from my grenades, so that's a good one to have. Can you see the 999s once somebody's low health? That's because of my final judgment where it just... ooh, this is an interesting one where this vault, these statues, if you happen to shoot one of them with your gun, they come out and they fight you. So you have to try and aim carefully to not. Your grenades don't wake them up, but your regular see, this guy's waking up because I shot him. So you want to try and not shoot people if you can. Or just shoot everybody and get out of the way and just kill them all. If you can, is the other option. Oop, there's a horse head, he's got a shield. Okay, I gotta keep moving. Finally killed all of them, and the challenge is over. However, don't make this mistake. If you shoot one of these guys while the challenge is over, they will still wake up. So be careful on that. Ooh, 50% elemental damage to a random element. The element changes on reload. Curiosity box, get 1 to 3 occult scrolls. Extremely small chance of exchanging with curse scroll. And gain immunity to all curse scrolls. I think I'll go with elemental cube because I'm doing a lot of elemental damage and I'm eventually going to be doing all of them, so whatever random one it is, I'll still be doing it. So it's nice to have that one. There's that guy that says he's here. Oh, there he is. Those crossbowmen up there are annoying. They fire 3 big balls that do a lot of damage, and they hit you from a long way off, and they hurt. Alright. What's this? It's a goshawk. Scope into marked enemies by aiming at them. Shooting anywhere deals crit damage to marked enemies. Oh, interesting. I still don't like the goshawk. It's a sniper crossbow that has kind of a charge effect to it that's kind of hard to get used to. It does a lot of damage, but I'm not a fan of it. This concealed ammo is an interesting one. It's an SMG that you can use portion of your magazine and throw it at them like a grenade, like a stick of dynamite. Don't want to stand there when everybody's just there. Sometimes enemies will be blue. See how this guy's blue? That means he's got some kind of special ability that a normal one doesn't have. I don't really need to look for ammo because I got that other one. I'm good to not have to go around and break stuff anymore. Ooh, Hex Smoke is a very good one to have for the cat. It's a one-hit wonder one. That's great. Enemies affected by your grenades will deal less damage and take more damage for 6 seconds. So it's a great one to have. Around that trap, so I don't have to wait for it. Alright, now this is a boss level. So this is every boss level starts with a peddler and a craftsman. Casual gunmanship. Oh, that's better. Lucky shot. I'll get that. That one, what it does is gives you 20% lucky shot chance, but a minus 20% weapon damage when you don't make a lucky shot. So once you get up there so that you're always doing lucky shots, it's not a big deal. But if you are just right on the cusp, it can sometimes hamper your damage a little bit. But I think I'm pretty good with the lucky shot chance now. So. Fire damage. The talisman's an interesting one, but for now I think I won't get it. It's interesting because you can switch it so that you can have it do whatever type of elemental effect you want it to do. So actually maybe I will get this instead of that. Instead of this. Yeah, I'll sell this. So right now it does fire, and then if you... how do you change the... Oh, maybe it's... Yeah, so there's corrosion, there's lightning, and there's fire. So it depends on what kind of thing you want it to do. But what I want to do is, what I like doing with the cat is when you upgrade it to level 5, you can then etch it and it gives it a Gemini. Once you have a Gemini, you can match them together so that they both get the same bonus. So I want it. See, I didn't get lucky. There's a Gemini that effect that if they both have it, they share their elemental damage, which is nice because you can then get to the point where you're doing all 3 elemental damages at the same time. Shoot at me. These guys following me. So that's the first boss. There's 2 that you can have. There's him, or there's a big golem guy that's at the end that does a few different things. Woodpecker, that's a sniper rifle I don't want. Ooh, Crimson Fire Scale. That's a very good Crimson Fire Scale. Yeah, I'll pick it up instead of this talisman, because I just wanted the talisman for the fire damage anyway, so I'll swap that. Reasonable luck. 80% lucky shot chance, but won't exceed 150. So that gives you plus 80. So that means you'll always do lucky shots. But you can't get above 150, so you won't get to quads. You'll only be able to randomly do triples. Oh, I want Elemental Rage. Plus 30% damage to enemies affected by any elemental effect. It's a very good skill to have. Hell is a shotgun that I don't want. I don't know. What else do I have for lucky shot? I got 20% from Elemental Torment and 20% from this. And I have an ability, or I have a talent that gives me 25, so I'm at 65%. So I think for now I'll get this so that I'm always doing lucky shots so that my casual gunmanship doesn't go down. But if I start getting other lucky shot chances, what did my weapon do? Gives me 20, yeah. So I'm probably right at the 150. This one doesn't give me anything. So if I use this gun, every time you complete a level, you get to this rest stop, which refills your health. And then if you want, you quit now, and your game will be saved if you're playing single player, and you can come back and start the next stage at another time. But we're going to keep going. So the second area is a desert level. See the purple hits? The purple hits are my lucky shots. So if they're purple hits are triple damage. He's immortal. Oh, and I died. See, that's how quickly this game can just change on you. But I'm going to try and revive. You can always, if you have enough essence, you can revive. Or you can just give up and try again. But I'm going to try a revival, because I think I'm just playing poorly right here for a second. And I should be able to handle this. Levels, these trap levels can be annoying sometimes because you gotta watch out for the traps and the enemies. Kind of money in there. Get that. There's a shard here that just gives me a bun, but I don't need it. Okay, next. More traps. Whoa, trap hole there. Alright, I'm going to talk to this guy. See if I can reforge this. Why? Come on. Sometimes I get lucky and it happens like right away, and other times I cannot get it to reforge properly for me at all, and it's quite aggravating. Those arsonists can be scary if you let them get too close to you. These coyotes like to sneak up behind you. You have to be careful of them. Those guys are like those sniper guys in the other level. They did quite a bit of damage if you let them. This gun is an assault rifle that if you hit 5 consecutive crit hits, so it's in the enemy's weak spot. Go. You store up. Whoa! Why am I? Like I said, those coyotes love to sneak up on you. You gotta pay attention to your mini-map sometimes with them, because they're very annoying. And those tornadoes can come by and hurt you. Get behind cover. Desert vault. There's always a vault in every level. And supposedly there's always a red chest in every level, but sometimes they're hidden in areas that you need to like parkour to, and they're kind of a pain in the butt to find. So what's this one do for me? Get a curse. See, sometimes you can get a curse scroll to gain a weapon with one exclusive inscription. So that's an orange inscription. They're very good. Pray to eliminate a curse, so you lose 75% of your current HP to destroy a curse scroll. I don't have a curse scroll, so I can't select that. Or you can pay money to obtain a normal gift box. But I really want to try and Gemini my weapons, so I'm hoping to not spend that money yet, because it takes me 300 copper every time I want to try and get that. So I'm going to go with fire damage. I'm going to go into the vault and see what kind of money I can get here. Oh, this is a parkour one. So your movement speed is based on your weapon you're carrying. So your pistols have faster movement speed. So if you're carrying a slow weapon, you sometimes okay, so you can just go that way to get the chest normally, or there's a challenge way that you can go, which gets you to, I missed the jump, which if you complete the challenge, you get another extra chest, but it's, excuse my parkour skills. Be able to jump to here and then jump around, and I missed it again. Darn it. I don't know if you have to dash that last one or not. Sometimes you have to jump dash once you get around, and other times you don't. You would think I was better at these. There we go. And you get onto here. And then you come up onto the wall and you jump dash to here. And then you jump dash to that one if you can make it. I got another minute to go before I run out of time. So hopefully I can make this. Oh, come on. There we go. And there. Now I get this extra chest. Ostrich Rider, Arms Dealer, or Triple Comeback. Triple Comeback, it's annoying. I just find it worse. It basically gives you half health and armor, but you get 2 extra revives. So if you die, you come back twice. But it just makes it easier for you to die because they have less damage to deal to you. So I find it kind of silly. Arms Dealer is decent. Minus 20% damage taken and plus 30% damage dealt for 10 seconds whenever you consume 100 ammo. Or Ostrich Rider. Ostrich Rider is great because if you don't want to dash too much, it gives you massive movement speed, but really increases your dash cooldown. I'll take Ostrich Rider. I like being able to move around fast. And then this one, Reinforced Eggshell. Okay, so this one gives you minus 30% damage taken when your shield is above 0, but when your shield breaks, you take 30% more damage. So as long as you don't lose your shield, you're good. You're taking less damage. So it's quite helpful. Alright, now I'm going to run back nice and quick to that Craftsman to try and gem it on my weapon again. See how my cooldown, normally your cooldown on your, this one, share their elemental advantages. Okay, so now I can upgrade this one, and then I have to etch it. Oh no, I should etch it first. One thing to know about etching, if something already has 4 things, you can etch it immediately and get a Gemini. But if it doesn't have 4 things, you have to get it to +5, and then when you etch it, it'll become a Gemini. But every time you enhance it, it costs more to etch it. So I should have not spent that. Etched it for 600, and then upped it after I etched it. But I made a mistake there. So my dash cooldown is now 8 seconds instead of 3 because of Ostrich Rider, but I'm moving so much faster. So I tend to like that better. Guy's kind of invisible. Whoa. That guy charges. Oh, taking a lot of damage from... Alright. Lots of money. Okay, Rainbow Arc. Ooh, does shock damage. Converts damage to lightning, projectiles. That's an interesting one, but when reloading, right after killing an enemy, 50% chance to deal corrosion damage and killing an enemy. No, I think I like the fire scale better. Plus I've already, see, like here, I noticed a red chest up here along with this. Hold on. First I'm gonna see if I can Gemini my weapons, because that's quite nice. Oh, I don't have to reforge it. Open this. Okay. Enemies become volatile and will explode. Hex Smoke 2 and 3 aren't as good as the initial one because they only increase by 10% each one of these, and it's not as big of a deal. 3 is not bad because it lasts for 20 seconds, but most of the time stuff doesn't stay alive that long. So I'll do this one for the elemental shield to get max some more extra shield every time I toss a grenade. Alright, so I'm gonna run into the vault, hopefully make some money, then come out and hopefully Gemini my weapon. So that I can be doing all of the elemental damage. Sometimes you can get into this game where you start doing lots of damage. Resolute, 50% movement speed and damage, but doubles the recharge time. No, I don't want that because I've got that lucky shot chance for every 10% ammo consumed. That's decent. No, I don't want that for sure. No, I don't like the glove that much. A lot of people love the glove, my son included, thinks it's one of the best weapons. I'm not a fan. I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan. But that scroll that I would have gotten, because my I have that eggshell, it's not as good. When hit by enemies, minus 10% movement speed for 10 seconds, but a 40% chance to be immune from all damages. Hidden treasure. Breakable objects may drop coppers with lower chance of dropping buns and soul essence when destroyed. Alternate between yin and yang state every 12 seconds. Yin state offers minus 20% damage taken, whereas yang state, I'll get that one. That one's better. Oh yeah, now I want to try and... Oh yeah, no, I wanted to reforge. Now that I got some money, see if I can get these to match. Nope, and yay! See, now that they're purple, that means they match. So now both of these will share their elemental damage. So when I use this, it'll have a 12% chance of doing burning and a 20% chance of doing shock whenever I shoot somebody. So I'll be doing all of the elemental damage now. And it'll be very funny to see sometimes, because sometimes they just stand there after they've been hit, because they don't. Those gunners can put out a lot of damage too, just so you know. They can hurt sometimes. There's a vault. I think that means it's a boss vault. It's got that symbol on the front. The one thing the corrosion damage does that's nice is it slows enemies down. don't need glimmering. No, I'm good with this one. Oh, a goblet. Alright, so extra acid damage. Now with the chest. Ooh, elemental magazine's really good. Total weapon damage, lifesaver. Elemental magazine is great for this build. Deals an additional 50% damage when weapon damage causes elemental effects, so I'll do even more damage now. See, you can see how the scaling just starts to get bigger and bigger as you go through the levels. You get more and more things that help you do more and more damage. That guy's immortal, so I'm just going to keep the rock in between us until he blows up. And now there was a guy with a shield here. There he is. Oh, just put your shield down. Come on. There you go. Sometimes when they do that, it's kind of annoying. Those coyotes love to sneak up behind you. Oh, I want to get away to somewhere where I've got some cover. Okay, don't want to get hit by that guy. Alright, what's the peddler got for sale? Nope, don't want any of those. Ooh. This Lone Ranger is pretty good. Gives me increased lucky shot up to 20%. Okay. So how much lucky shot do I have now from stuff? Not including this, because I might get rid of that. 20. $40. Another 20 is 60 plus the 60 or plus the 25 that I have for my talents. That's 85, and now this is 105 without this guy. So it's I'm exceeding the 150 with this, but not without it. So it's not worth it to get rid of it yet. There's a sniper. See how he's just standing there? Because he's stunned. He's got the fire and the lightning one effect on him. He'll stun, or he'll attack somebody else. If there's an enemy nearby him, he'll attack the enemy. There we go. And now there was one more guy over here still. Where are you? Alright, so there were a bunch of weapon drops around here. Nothing there. I always like to make sure that I've got everything. This is a Tiger Cannon, it's a launcher. Not my playstyle with this guy. Sniper rifle. Ooh, there's a new lightning gun. Not as good as the other one, and it's not Geminite already, so those are good. So now we move on. sniper. Portal's open. Okay. Ooh, Acid Dominance 3, that's great. Because now I get 120% corrosion damage, and a critical hit against an enemy will create a toxic cloud equivalent to a detonated smoke grenade. Each enemy triggers at the most 1 every 3 seconds. So that is a great ability. What was this that was dropped back here? More venom. This is a pistol. It's usually not too bad for most characters, but I'm good without it. One thing that the Crimson Fire Scale lacks is a bit of the spray kind of spreads everywhere. Is one of the downsides to it. Okay, so now I can just focus on upping this level of this gun, because every time you up a gun level, it does more damage. Recover 1 max HP and 5 ammo of a currently used weapon whenever you deal an elemental effect to enemies. Ooh, that's very good. It's better than ammo receiver, which is just 1. Because I'm doing elemental damage all the time, that's great, because I'll get health back and ammo back whenever I use it. So, alright, so this guy is kind of an interesting boss. Throws out these hurricanes, and he's got these little whirlpool things on the ground. So whenever a hurricane comes at you, you have to go over top of one of those whirlpool things on the ground to get rid of them. Where else is all that landing? Okay, don't want that one. Don't want that one. Ooh, is this a better fire scale? And it's Gemini. 5% base weapon damage whenever, for 6 seconds whenever triggering an elemental effect. Oh yes, that's a much better fire scale than mine. And it's still the same lucky chance. The effective range and stability is a little less, but I think it's much better. So I will get rid of this one. Extravagant consumption. That one's... I don't like it. This one's good if you can really precisely plan your run. You get increased damage every time you spend 100 copper, 1% increased damage, but if you change stages, you can only bring 500 copper with you to the next stage, so you're always poor. So I'm not going to take it this round because I haven't been able to get at it for the next little bit. Ooh. Wildfire is good. After killing an enemy, you get increased rate of fire. Okay. Now I'm in the 3rd stage, so there's another campfire to refill, and I could save if I want, but I'll keep going. Those little flame spirits are like those guys in the first one, little box carrying guys that run up and explode on you. Over there. Alright. you've ever played those shark guys, if you've ever played Overwatch, they act like Roadhog. They'll grab you and pull you in, and they're quite dangerous. An extra orb is always nice. No, I don't need the rainbow arc. I don't want the justice. So you gotta be really careful with them. They're quite dangerous. Crit hit stacks 4 energy. No, that gives you increased skill damage. I don't do a lot of skill damage in this build. This one's not too bad for skill damages as well. If you take 20%, it gives you an extra skill damage, but I'll take the abnormal speed. More speed for every 10% armor or shield you have. So that lets me move even faster when I have full shield, up to 30% faster. Those little fire spirits, they'll run up to you and blow up if you let them. So they could be quite dangerous. There's a fire tower, it's a sword. It's very good on other characters, not so much on this guy. Wildfire too. Extra rate of fire is always good. Now the other thing about the craftsman is you can only enhance your weapon 3 times, and it's 100 per level. It's 50, then 50 for if it's 0, 100 if it's 1, 200 if it's 3, 300 if it's 4, 400 if it's yeah, if it's plus 4 it's 400, if it's plus 5 it's 500, and then it's always 600 after this point. So even after, once you get to this point, it's always 600. So, and that gives you a 15% increase to your base weapon damage every time you do it. So once you find and you settle on a weapon that you're going to keep, it's nice to use your money to upgrade your weapon. See that white shark? They throw that hook out at you if you let them, and they do a lot of damage to you if they pull you in and punch you like Roadhog does in Overwatch. And I'll keep going, I'll come back for the craftsman. He's invincible. I don't want to get pulled because he'll kill me. Alright. Whoa. More lantern spirits that'll blow up on me. Those corrupted monks, they're the ones that make the lantern spirits. Which you can, there's certain abilities that you can, or certain abilities that certain characters have that the more you kill something, the more damage you get. And so those corrupted monks and those lantern spirits are a good way to farm. If you're bored and you want to just make yourself do a lot of damage, you can continually have them just make more spirits and kill them and farm them over and over and over again. Until riches privilege. Ooh, I'll take it just for the sake of it, but I won't. It gives you more skill damage based on how much money you have. Problem is it doesn't tell you specifically how much. Tactical reload is always nice. Gives me damage reduction and movement speed every time I'm reloading, so you don't take as much damage. Always glance up at your mini-map every once in a while, just to make sure you're not getting attacked from behind. It's a good habit to get into. Kill you. Alright, portal's been open. Dragon Chaser, don't want. Hell, don't want. What are these ones? Deafening Mortar, Dual Caliber. These are all decent weapons. As I put out more videos, I'll showcase more of the different weapons and how useful they are. Electro dominance, I'll definitely get. Alright, I'm gonna quickly run back to upgrade my weapon now that I've got a lot of money. I'm glad I've got Ostrich Rider. This way. Like, I haven't seen a red chest here, but supposedly there is one in every single level, but sometimes they're hidden and you've gotta be willing to spend some time in parkour and try and find them. So I'm just gonna level that so that this does more damage and then make my way to the end. There's all these different areas that you can explore. They might be. Same with sometimes the portals for the vaults. Sometimes I haven't found them. There's supposed to be one in every level, but sometimes I just don't know where they are. And I haven't been able. I've missed a few every so often on a run. Alright, second last level before the boss. Sunder is a shotgun pistol, which is interesting. Halt. When you're in a vault, this is something I forgot to mention earlier on. When you're in a vault and there's a boss, the boss will spawn monsters. That was power source too, because it's just gives me extra charges on my orb, which is very good to have. Ooh, resilient life is nice. Gives you health regen when you get hurt. The boss will spawn monsters, but you don't have to kill all of the monsters. The ones he spawns will die. Once you kill him. Nope. Sometimes, however, sometimes you'll kill the boss before you kill all of the initial monsters that are there, and those ones you have to kill before the thing will be over. Lightning Enthusiast, no thanks. I don't want any of those. Improved clip's not bad. Ammo pickups go directly into your magazine rather than, which is nice because sometimes it makes it so you don't have to reload. Lucky shot, 50% stability. That's much better than my lightning blast, but and it has the same shock chance, but I'm not going to use it over this, so I don't want to spend the money on it. Just blow up Mr. Lobster, thank you. Here. Alright, the portal's been opened, so we gotta go to the boss. But up this as much as I can again. How am I stuck? Sometimes you get stuck in the game. Sometimes it's because you get hit by like a shock and a flame damage yourself, because whatever you can do to the enemies, they can do to you as well. See, here's where you get a chance where it's like, well, do I really want any of these? The plus 60, that's probably what I'll get. I don't do a lot of damage from my orbs, so I don't need to worry about this. This is not really all that big of a deal either, but having 30 extra shield when I throw smoke in it's not bad, so I'll take it. Alright, so this is the snake boss. Alright. Does the peddler have anything interesting? Fresh, persistent. That's not bad for if you start losing health. Alright. So now when the snake pops up, he'll charge, and you're going to shoot these scales. That that was really quick. I have a lot of damage with this build right now, so. Okay, so let's take this. See, and sometimes you get these where you don't really need any of these. I guess the bonus damage from the grenades. Deadly Curse, 75% weapon and skill damage, but minus 75 max HP. See, I'm doing lots of damage already. I don't think I need to worry about that because I don't want to sacrifice possibly dying to that. So the Bone Dragon I don't need. This Lightning Blast, 20% shock based thing. Yeah, let's get that for right now, and then it's already got a Gemini, so I'll just have to redo the Gemini when I find the next, because that's a really good shock chance, because the other one is only, or is it 25 or 20? Oh, it is. Never mind. It's not that big. I thought this was only 5% chance. Because I'm not going to ever use this gun. I like the Crimson Fire Scale. It does so much more base damage, so now it'll then. And now we're on to the last level. These guys. It's kind of like Immortality in this level where they get that gray health, where they're still alive for a period of time. They won't explode, but they just don't die. Oh, and there's this version's sniper. Ooh. Mountain guards are dangerous. They do a lot of damage if they hit you. Some fire tower. Is there a scroll that popped out of that? Oh. Flowing Wind is a decent sword. Ooh, 50% shock chance. That's actually probably better for me to grab, because it's already Gemini'd. Ooh, no, not with that one though. With this, because it'll give me much more. It'll give me a 50% chance of proccing my shock. Thunder Screen, I don't really like. Ooh, the Illusion, that's a really good gun. It's a really good shotgun. It's an auto shotgun. I really like that gun on other champions, but not this one. Rock Hard Determination's not bad. 50% damage while being stationary. But you only have to be stationary for a second to get the bonus. Dodging. Only a bad shot, but come on. You don't need to dodge all the time. Deafening Mortar is a good launcher, does a lot of damage, is very fun to use, but again, not with this guy. Weapon and skill damage for 10 seconds upon taking damage. Let's go with that one. Vindictive Nature's nice. Especially on a character that likes to get in the middle of things. Like on the bird, I love Vindictive Nature because they're always getting hit. so you're just always taking more damage. Or doing more damage. In this level, there are flying saucers that sometimes are up there that give enemies shields so they can't die. It becomes very hard to deal with sometimes. And then when you get to this level and you're at the end, it's a corrupted golden goblet, so you only get one choice. So I have to take this one or nothing. I can walk away and not take it, but that's the only option I get. And then I saw a red chest up here. Let's see what the red chest has. Get a curse scroll for an exclusive inscription. I'm okay without that. Sure. So this will, I'll pay some money and it'll replace a green inscription with a blue one. So, when triggering elemental effects, spread it to all enemies within 8 meters. Oh, that's good. So that'll spread my elemental damage even more. That one. Alright, what's this red chest? Oh, I get to search a scroll. Okay. Energy storage. Primary capacity +1, but 30% cannot be discarded. No, I don't want that. Advanced joggers. Oh, that's decent. Because my dash cooldown is already really long because of my ostrich rider, but this will shorten it. So from 8 seconds, it's now 4 seconds. So that's not too bad because it's just slightly longer than what it is normally. There, saucer here. Seemed like they weren't dying. Whoa, my goodness. Oh, I almost died there. See, even with how much damage I'm doing, you can still screw up and almost die. You need to be careful still. I got a little too cocky there and thought I was just gonna run in and just kill everybody, and I almost died because of it. Alright, treasure chest is available. Ooh, veteran. This is really good to get early with a close range character because you get one max HP every enemy you kill within 7 meters. It's not so great now because I won't be able to stack it that much, but it really helps survivability of some of the characters if you can get it early. Of snipers. The gun's hard to... Sometimes it's hard to aim. It does have a bit of a wobble. Smoke 3, and now I'm on the end boss. Oh, what happened to my camera? Alright, so it's not going to be as worth it. Yeah, I think I'll be better off just forging that 3 times and seeing if I can kill him. So this is the final boss of the game so far. This where he becomes invulnerable for a second, and take out his shield, or else he does a lot of damage at the end of the cooldown. Alright, so that is a full run of Gunfire Reborn as the Crown Prince. A lot of elemental damage. There's other builds for him that do focus on him doing a lot of damage with his energy orbs. And he does have a grenade build. He's very good when you play multiplayer with him. This game can be played up to 4-player co-op, and the level of difficulty, it's the same level of difficulty, but there's more enemies and more health the more people you have in the game. So it's a lot of fun to play with your friends. He's a very good support character too if you play with multiple people, but he can be just fine in solo because he can slow people and does a lot of splash damage and things like that. So, and that's the game. So thank you all for watching and have a good day.